Welcome back. Today we'll discuss the 21st small step to health and wealth, kicking it up a notch. You decide to get in shape, walk more, track your steps by using a pedometer. After the first day, you see that you walked 4,000 steps. That's awesome, you think, until you see that the daily recommendation is to walk 10,000 steps, which equates to about 5 miles throughout the day. Should you just give up since you're so far from the benchmark? No. Last week we talked about stepping down a change, which involves steadily cutting back and adjusting unhealthy behaviors. For this step, you'll do the exact opposite and steadily increase healthy behaviors. During the 13th small step to health and wealth, we discussed the importance of comparing yourself to recommended benchmarks. While it's still important, remember, you don't have to hit those benchmarks tomorrow. Instead, gradually work your way up from where you are now until you hit those desired goals. Let's go back to that 10,000 steps example. Instead of getting discouraged that you're 6,000 steps short of your benchmark, gradually work your way up from 4,000 to 10,000 steps. Maybe for the next 2 weeks, you'll target 5,000 steps a day. The 2 weeks after that, you'll target 6,000 steps a day, 7,000 steps a day the 2 weeks following that, and so on and so forth until you reach that goal of 10,000 steps. While the recommendation is to save 10% of your gross or pre-tax income each month, most people aren't anywhere near that 10% savings mark. And for many, it will require significant adjustments in spending habits. For some, 10% may not be realistic at all, at least not in their current situation. Let's say you save about 4% of your gross income right now. Depending on your situation, saving 10% right away may not be feasible, or at the very least, it might require significant lifestyle change. Instead, you could increase the percentage of your savings each month by saving 5% next month, 6% the month after that, and keep going until you hit your target of 10% some months down the road. This way, instead of jumping to 10% right away, you can also focus on repaying any debts, and possibly pay down the principal by repaying more than the monthly amount due, which will result in the debt being paid down sooner and less total interest paid over the life of the loan. Once those loans are paid off, it'll be much easier to put money aside in savings each month. Don't get discouraged if you fall a little short of your benchmarks. Make a plan to gradually step up to those goals, and before you know it, fulfilling those benchmarks will just be a part of your regular day. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to leave a comment or send me an email. Next week, we'll discuss controlling your environment. See you then.